Good morning. This is Bowman with Lonnie Bowman Ministry International. We want to do another recording this morning, and this is the teacher platform that we are recording on this morning. We want to look into the workings and the wisdom that is found in John 10:10 this morning. And as you know, John 10:10 is our adopted verse that explains to us the workings of the physical world. Um, this morning, I want to research this particular thought. Okay, and here's the thought: the source of human thought. That's what we want to discuss this morning. The source of human thought, or the source of the spirit. Let's make that plural. The source of spirits. Okay? Because in John 10:10, you know it explains to the listener and explain to the reader that there are two spiritual kingdoms that influences manifest itself into the physical world. Okay, that is the wisdom that is found in John 10:10. That there are two spiritual forces that actually control everything that goes on into the physical world. And the method in which those two spiritual kingdoms influences the physical world is through thought. So the source of thought comes from the two spiritual kingdoms. Now we finna explains the workings of those kingdoms and creating human condition. The source of human thought are the source of the spirit, because when you convert a thought into the spirit realm, it become a spirit. A thought and a spirit are the same, and they are known by their name in the physical world, and they are known by their name in the spiritual world as well. Now, we have taught on that before, the recognition in the name of spirits. We've done that one before. But we want to talk about, again, the origin or the source of thought. Now here's a breakdown of the two kingdoms sending forth thoughts into the physical world to carry out its motive. Here's the mechanism, here is the method that the two spiritual kingdoms uses to carry out its motive, it desires into the physical world, and it comes through a thought or come through a spirit. They are both the same. One kingdom sends forth good thoughts into the world. Go with me on this teaching now. The kingdom of God sends forth good thoughts into the world and look for receivers. The kingdom we call the bad kingdom send forth bad thoughts into the world and also look for receivers. The kingdom of God send forth positive thoughts into the world and look for receivers. The kingdom of Satan send forth negative thoughts into the world and look for receivers. The kingdom of God send forth faith into the world and look for receivers. The kingdom of Satan send forth doubt into the world and look for receivers. The kingdom of God sends forth love into the world and look for receivers. And the kingdom of Satan sends forth hate into the world and look for receivers. now you begin to see how those two spiritual kingdoms manifest themselves into the physical world, and that they create condition. Now here is another input based on the creation of God, based on how he designed the workings of the physical world. And I believe this was his intent when he created the physical world and also created man to multiply, and one generation comes and another generation leaves. It was his intent that he could multiply himself through the souls of those who live in the physical world. One generation after the other will come, and he will manifest himself in the souls and the hearts of everyone who lives based on creation. Let me repeat that. That the working intent of the Father, when he decided to make a physical world and also decided to make man, that he could express himself, his spiritual kingdom, through the lives of those who live on the earth for whatever period of time that they will live. And he also allowed Satan to do the same. And this is why we have a dual consciousness. We have a mixed spirit in our lives, one that pulls us towards good and one that pulls us towards evil. And those two spiritual kingdoms are trying to influence us in one or the other direction. It was designed for him to be able to express himself in the physical world, is the way and why he allowed man to exist. And until this day, that law is still in effect.